bag with your team. That's probably why he introduced me to you. You know what I'm saying? And I was wondering how you introduced me to a brother I can't get a hold of for a whole 30 days.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that for a second. Hey, Reggie, look, we got to set some ground rules. One time, you called me about 11 something at fucking night.
That big fat running back you got, my running back is a rookie. He been in the league and paid him $80 million. Huh?
You making excuses for your rookie?
No, I ain't making no excuses.
Oh,
I'm just telling you, y'all paid $80 million to a fat running back who sucks.
But Reggie, you gave us the pedigree. You gave us the blueprint last year. You gave us how you start fast and you sitting at the house with me and you watching the Super Bowl. Like, hold on, there's still a started fast, right? They started fast last year, and then they lost their last 5 or 6 games, and they were sitting at the house with the Cowboys. Actually, Dak and Ben was watching the championship together. So what I'm trying to tell you is this.
At the end of the day, we got 6 rings. Until you, Brother Phillips, until you get 7 rings, you can talk about them rings. We the king of rings right now, and New England don't care because they cheat a lot.
Yo, welcome to another episode on the Rocket City Network. Today, me and Phil, we're going to chop it up about that big win that the Dallas Cowboys had. So, Phil, how do you like the direction your team is going?
Hey, what's up there, Mike, man? I love the direction, man. Right now, I felt like we should be 2-0, starting the season off. We played a hell of a game in the Tampa Bay game last week. And so we look really, really good. I love the way that, Kellen Moore is mixing it up this year, spreading the ball out. We got a lot of options on the offensive side of the house, but I'm becoming to be very impressed with our defense. You saw last night, we got two takeaways. The interception by Diggs was phenomenal. And then when we played Tampa Bay, we got 2 picks. So the defense is showing improvement. So I'm feeling good about them. I think we're gonna do very well, but most importantly, I know we will probably do better than Pittsburgh Steelers this year. You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, where is Reggie Fresh
where,
at? Man?
Where is Reggie, man?
I don't know, man. He ducking that smoke, man.
Oh man, look, he might be like Omar. You know what I mean?
Let's roll the clip.
Yo, I think we should plan this another time.
This nigga's scared.
Ain't nobody scared, man. I just told you I had a DJ Saturday night.
Fuck that shit.
Absolutely.
Hey, man, but what I really liked about Dallas was that they allowed Dak to play his game.
Yes.
He didn't have to do anything spectacular to win.
Yes. That's the thing. Just get it to the playmakers and allow them to, do their job. You do your job as a quarterback and make sure you make accurate throws. I mean, he made one bad throw there. It could have been looked at as a miscommunication between him and the receivers. However, he shouldn't have threw that pass. So outside of that, he's doing real well. His accuracy is really good the last 2 games.
Yeah. His decision making as well. Like that last interception he had in the previous game. I mean, that was all CeeDee Lamb's fault.
Absolutely.
So
yeah.
I do think that Dak is coming into his own.
Yes. And I think he's gonna give you another 5,000 yards season as well, D man, because what people don't understand, if you go back and look at his stats, he was 2 or 3 ever since he's been starting as a Dallas Cowboy quarterback.
Wow.
So he led the league. Well, he didn't lead the league. He was either in second place or third place in yards, passing yards. So he's doing very well, man.
Yeah, and I will say that Dallas, they're getting a return on their investment. I know they paid Amari Cooper all that money, but he's showing up. Of course, CeeDee Lamb's under a rookie contract, but he's showing up. The defense is playing well. The offense is playing well. Dak is playing well, and we know that he's an Iron Man. He's not going to really injure himself. He protects his body and the ball really well, and that's really
Correct.
impressive to me.
Yeah, and that's what's important too, because we need him. We need him all 18. You know, not just the first 5 or the first 10. We need all 18. You know, and that yesterday we played. We won the game. However, after that first half, we start making minor mistakes, or either you could say we got a little complacent. Yeah. But I like to see us put the ball in the end zone a little bit more than settling for field goals. Even the last play of the game, I think we played for the field goal instead of playing for the touchdown.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
And then it was bad clock managing right there at the end. We had like 10, 11 seconds. You could have got another playoff to make it a little bit more comfortable. But I know they was just trying to set up the young man at the location he wanted the ball. So I get it.
Yeah. I mean,
and we learned from that first game. Don't leave no time on the clock, right?
Yeah, exactly. Run the ball. And you said one thing that's really interesting is that the field goal kicking. When you get into the playoffs, you got to score on those red zone opportunities.
That's what's going to put you at that higher echelon. You're absolutely correct.
Yeah, and going back to last week, if they had made those improvements early on, the game would not have been close against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
We should have won by 10.
Yeah.
Mike, we should have won by 10, brother, because if you think about it, CeeDee Lamb dropped that pass in that first drive we had. We was punching down there. That could have been points. Whether it was 3 or 7, it could have been points.
Yeah.
And then that it was one drive that we should have scored on. I think we threw a pick or something. We didn't score on it. But we should have won by 10. It shouldn't have been that close at all. We shouldn't have been in that situation.
Yeah. So moving forward, what is the record are you guys shooting for? To make you feel comfortable in your team going into the playoffs?
I want 11-4.
11-4.
11-4. Not like the Pittsburgh Steelers, and lose the last five of your 6 games when you number one all season. It's like the tortoise in the hair, right?
Yeah.
It's like Tomlin was in there briefing him on that book the entire season. And then all of a sudden they sit at home with us and we didn't even have a full team.
Exactly. So let's talk about that. I mean, the last couple of weeks, Reggie's really been calling you out. He's been calling out Eric. He's been calling out this anonymous Ravens fan. Did that kind of shake you in any way? Or did that is that something new, or is it just same old Steelers talk?
It's the same old Steelers talk, man. What was it? 2010 they won their last one? What was it? 2000? I can't even remember, man.
We have a ticker right now. It's been over 3,000 days.
3,000 days, right? So he's been calling us out, man, and he's been trying. But if you look at, like, I was watching First Take today, and it happened last night, after the game. But they're calling for Big Ben's job. Reggie said Big Ben is one of the best quarterbacks in the league. But Mike Irvin spitted it out pretty good today. He said, you don't want to be carried off the field at the end of your tour. You want to be able to walk off there, at the top of your game. But if you watch the Steelers, and we didn't have a choice but to watch them yesterday, right? If you watch the Steelers, Mike, Big Ben looked terrible. Like he can't throw the ball like he used to. And and people are wondering, like, why Najee is not getting off. Well, Najee is not getting off because you don't even have a passing game now. But Reggie said that they got these all-pro receivers. Yeah. And I was looking up statistics here before I got on here, and I'm looking at the Pittsburgh Steelers stats. I don't see a 100-yard receiver yet. I don't see a 100-yard rusher yet. I don't see a 300-yard passer yet. So we might need to look at that third-team quarterback. I think the third-team quarterback they got is better than Big Ben right now. old Hobbs, old boy from Tennessee.
Yeah. And one of those things too, you mentioned the receivers, right?
Yeah.
We all know they're gonna want to get paid, right?
Yes.
And in today's league, you cannot have an elite type of player on your roster without paying him something.
Absolutely.
I mean, we seen the Watt guy, right?
Yep.
His brother before him was the highest paid defensive lineman in the league at one point.
Correct.
And you mean to tell me you're not going to pay this man? And he's obviously one of the best, top 4.
He's one of the best. But I go ahead. I'm sorry, Mike.
Oh no, go ahead. You're good.
Yeah, but I caveat on what you just said. TJ sat out because they didn't want to pay him.
Yeah.
Right.
Rightfully so.
And then you had their number one player make a public statement. And what did he say? He said, "You all need to pay the man. He's arguably the best defensive lineman in the game today, right?"
Mm-hmm.
The next day, guess what they did? They gave you $112 million, made you the highest paid, right? I just go back and I'm gonna just look at Jerome Bettis.
Yeah.
Big Ben never spoke out for Jerome. I'm gonna go look at Antonio Brown. Big Ben didn't speak out on Antonio Brown. I'm gonna go back to the other 3 receivers, Holmes, and it was another one before, right after Holmes. Those guys didn't get paid. Ben didn't speak out. We can even go to Palomalo. I mean, he didn't get his money. He got some money, but he didn't get what he was deserved, right?
Yeah.
And so it's funny how the same guy that was there when those other guys won championship for you, you didn't speak out for them guys, but you spoke out for TJ Watt.
Yeah.
Right?
Is there an underlying denominator?
It is an underlying denominator.
So when Reggie come on, he gonna have to address that.
He's gonna have to address it and clarify. And why such? Like why won't you pay your best athlete, not just your best, one of your better linemen? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. TJ Watt is a dog. I mean, he's a phenomenal athlete, but he ain't the only one. But it goes to show that if you own New England or Pittsburgh and you're the best player, you're probably not going to get that contract unless you're a quarterback or another factor.
Yeah. And I know we've been kind of rough on Tom Brady on some of the past episodes, but at least he tried to get his people paid, unlike Big Ben.
He speak up. Up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
He speak up to get his people paid. You're absolutely right.
And some people are going to say, "Oh, well, he has a supermodel wife making all this money. He can afford to speak up." That's an excuse to me. That is an excuse.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And like you were saying,
absolutely,
man, like when Reggie Fresh comes on, if he does come on, you're not going to hear me say that Big Ben got outplayed by Derek Carr. You're just not going to hear me say that, and you're also not going to hear me say that the Steelers are not going to the Super Bowl.
If anybody think the Steelers are going to the Super Bowl, well, you know what? I've met people more diehard than Reggie, but they even saying Steelers ain't going to the playoffs this year. They ain't going to championship this year.
Yeah,
it's not going to happen. Their issue right now is their quarterback, who they built their whole team around.
Yep.
Should have drafted a quarterback.
No, and the thing is too, right? So I know a lot of times Reggie tries to go after the Seattle Seahawks. He fails to realize that Russell is pretty much doing a lot of the heavy lifting. I mean, if you have a good quarterback, they can get you to the playoffs, right?
Yep.
And Seattle doesn't have nearly the amount of good players on defense that the Steelers have. You know what I'm saying?
They got one.
So you have a person saying that Big Ben is ready to go this year. It should reflect in his play. He has a great defense. He has a promising receiving core, not an elite receiving core, but a promising one. And he has promising running backs. What is the issue? And we need Reggie to come on here. You got to stop ducking the smoke. He called me late the other night, man. My wife was like, "Man, who is this?" And being a married man, you can't have late night calls.
I mean, it's like
early morning calls.
Yeah, that's a questionable thing, right? Who they are calling you this time of night, right?
Yeah.
But he needs to come on here and clarify himself, man. Because I I bet you he called and canceled you. You know, he probably ducked out on you probably about 5 minutes prior to this thing right here.
He said, "Give me 5 minutes." You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and call this guy on the air.
On the air.
Just so y'all know.
He's ducking the dud.
Yeah, we can't have that. But whoa. Here he comes. Oh, here he comes. Here he comes. Speak of the devil. Oh, we can't hear you, brother.
Where you at? Where you at?
Oh, we can't hear you, brother.
Your mic might be messed up like Big Ben mic is.
Hey, we have gas, don't we?
Hey.
Hey, man.
Oh, no.
Oh, my. Okay. I see how this is going.
Hey,
wow.
Man. Hey, man. I know Mike didn't get me on the call to sit here and have you on the call to discuss them sorry-ass Steelers. Oh, I thought we were going to talk about LeBron today. He brought look, you know what, Reggie? I already know, Reggie, that you already know how horrible your team is. You already know how horrible they are. Reggie, what's up, man?
Hey, you tell me. That's all I'm saying here. I'm trying to figure out what's up with you, man.
Reggie, man, I've been down out for a minute, man. But I'm
I get it. And when Dallas win, they bring you up.
Oh no. Look. Everybody in America, remember this. Everybody in America brings us up. Actually, before the season started, they released the article that we are still the highest paid organization in the National Football League. So we always up. You know what I mean?
Listen,
don't forget that, Reggie.
And I think that's real stupid. Why would Pittsburgh pay a bunch of losers?
Hey, Reggie, man. Hey, did you notice that like all the teams that you kind of were criticizing won this weekend?
I know it. Just like I said, all they did was flip-flop last week. They finally had a chance to win. It ain't no big deal. But here's my thing about the gas today.
Yeah.
I admire him because I ain't never in my life won some money from somebody and they paid me and went on and never said nothing else. Paid the person and never said nothing about it. And then unlikely it's always a person never pays and don't say nothing. Just get ghost. This guy, I never seen him, but he paid his debt and he congratulated me. So I admire that Dallas fan. But it ain't never happened to me. He still got to talk about that loss. We got to get past that before these other games. I got to hear his explanation from that loss, from his team, from my team, even if it was preseason.
Fair enough.
Let me hear his story.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough,
Okay.
Reggie. I'm gonna give you that piece right there. So
yeah.
I'm gonna give you the end result first, and then I'm gonna break it down for you. All right. The end result is that it's preseason. It's like Jordan said, if I beat everybody all the time, they ain't gonna ever want to play me. So sometimes I have to give you a nugget to get you, it's just like going fishing. I don't know how to fish, but I heard that if you throw that line out there, you reel them in, right? So I just threw that line out there and reel you in. So in a couple games after today, since we done met, we're gonna bet on a couple of the Steelers game, and we're just gonna see what it looked like. You know what I'm saying?
That's cool. That's cool. But see, I get that.
Hold on. But then I'm gonna finish that piece out for you for the preseason game. I'm gonna give you this credit. You got two solid backup quarterbacks. To me, they're not solid. They're better than my two. I had two backup quarterbacks, and we all know that your starters don't get to play in the preseason like that, right?
Right.
So you got a guy that had a lot of playing time already on your team that started your games, right? And then your next two, Hobbs and the guy that get beat up by women from Ohio State, he played pretty well as well. He was a starter last year in the league. So you had two starters as your backup, right? And so my two backups, they basically, they're terrible. We don't have backup quarterback. We ain't had a backup quarterback since Dak Prescott. And so we still got to find that piece. So, if you don't have the cornerstone when you get ready to play the game, you ain't gonna win. You can have a bad running back, but you got to have a good quarterback to win the game. As you know from last night or yesterday or the last 2 weeks.
Okay, I get that. But first of all, let's back up. When you first started, you said you beat them a lot of times. Y'all ain't beat us no lot of times. And if I'm not mistaken, we got more rings than y'all, and we beat y'all twice in the Super Bowl, just like y'all beat us once.
I ain't saying I beat you. I ain't saying we beat you a lot of times.
You said you got to go back. You hear the tape. You said we give them nuggets because we usually beat them. We don't beat them all the time. We want them to come back. That's what you said. So y'all ain't beat us a lot. All right. Now, when we made that bet, you told me we had a Raggedy Rudolph. You knew that was, you understood. You told me that, right? All right. Now, let's go on. Let's go on and talk about your players. Your quarterback would never be a Hall of Famer. He just running on adrenaline because he ain't been playing for a long time, and he just hyped up. Y'all went out, pop one of the division. Y'all whole division suck. I could take the Bengals and play out better than all of y'all in our division. So y'all division suck. Then that big fat running back you got, my running back is a rookie. He been in the league and paid him $80 million. Huh?
You making excuses for your rookie?
No, I ain't making no excuses.
Oh,
I'm just telling you, y'all paid $80 million to a fat running back who sucks.
He got more yards than your running back right now.
What you talking about? How many yards did he get last night?
He probably got about 70.
All right.
How many did
Najee
Najee get?
70 total.
No.
He got 30. Yeah, he got 45
He ain't went
yards.
over 40. He ain't went over 40 yards this season.
Hey, man. Yeah, he did. He got 40 the first game.
I'm going to look it up.
Against the Bills.
No, I got it right here, brother. He ain't went over 40 yards this whole.
What's his total yards then? What's
Najee
his total
Harris,
yards?
he has 83 yards total.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying. I said 70.
I said he haven't went over 40 yards a game.
Between both games.
Oh,
that's what I mean.
Now you saying between both games.
But I'm saying your
per
quarterback
game.
only got your $80 million running back got 30 yards the first game. 30 yards. He should be getting 100 yards every game and more. He sucks.
But Reggie, you gave us the pedigree. You gave us the blueprint last year. You gave us how you start fast and you sitting at the house with me and you watching the Super Bowl. Like, hold on, the Steelers started fast, right? They started fast last year, and then they lost their last 5 or 6 games, and they were sitting at the house with the Cowboys. Actually, Dak and Ben was watching the championship together. So what I'm trying to tell you is this. I'm trying to tell you is this. You look, you've been in the military, Red. Look, crawl, walk, run. You give a little bit more, and then you bust out. So let's just see at the end of the season what it look like. And I'm gonna make you a promise on live TV today. All right, here's your promise. If y'all go 0 and if y'all lose 5 games this year before the season over with, being this bench. What you want to bet?
You predicting that?
If you lose 5 games, he benched.
Okay. But let me predict this. Let me predict this. Just wait. Mike warned you too. Just wait.
I'm listening.
Just wait. An accident. Finish the sentence. Mike warned. An accident. Thank you.
Wait,
you know the deal, and all you fans know what's gonna happen.
Hey, Reggie, but you did say that y'all going to the Super Bowl and y'all winning, right?
That's me and you. That's me and your bet.
No.
We lied.
That's cool. That's cool.
Out on TV.
Hey, but you know what? Hey,
but now, all right, now let's go on. Now me and him done got out. We done got that out. Now let's go on and talk about the game from last. How we lost and all that. We can go. Let's go to the winner. The winners are first. Let him discuss his team and how they won. Let me see what he got to say, and I'm gonna discuss that game too.
So I've already discussed that because you was tardy. You was late, and I heard that you sent a little SOS message like you need a few more minutes. But I'm gonna give you that. So I rehashed what we talked about. So Reggie, basically, we looked pretty good the first half. Second half, we didn't move the ball like we did the first half. I think we was trying to get a little bit too comfortable. We got a little bit of complacency going on. So overall, the offense stopped moving the ball the way they were in the first half. Now, with that being said, I would like for you to elaborate on how good my defense looked. We got 4 picks starting the season off already. And that one that Diggs got last night, that was a Hall of Fame pick.
Okay. Now, it was pretty good. First of all, it was 2 Pop Warner teams playing each other. Chargers suck. And you know it. All they got is Keenan Allen. That's it. So let me tell you now, the Raiders, we should have won. But you know what? Here's the thing, no excuses. Because I'm gonna tell y'all,
how you should have won.
Every time we play the Raiders, look at the history. We lose to them.
Reggie.
I don't know why.
At home, though?
I don't know why. We do.
At home?
But guess what?
At home?
But guess what? Here's the deal. Everybody 1-1. We got one of the toughest schedules this year.
I don't want to hear that.
And no, I'm just saying, we're gonna go.
Everybody in the NFL is good.
We're gonna go further than y'all.
Okay, Reggie.
Hey, man, if we go to the Super Bowl, can me and you go to that game?
Oh yeah, we could go.
But I don't care we got a ticket or not. I just want to be at the game.
Okay, but Reggie, look, Reggie, I'm sorry. Oh yeah, but Reggie, I'm just saying this. If our record is better than yours at the end of the season,
that's right.
I think that you owe me a drink at the bar, man.
Okay, that'll work. And here's what I want you to do. You got to put on a Steelers jersey. You got to wear it on the panel.
I ain't making that bet.
All right.
I ain't making that bet. Reggie, I don't wear nothing yellow.
Okay.
Hey, Phil. Hey, so Reggie did make that bet with me earlier. Mm-hmm. He said if the Steelers do not win the Super Bowl, he's gonna come on the show and wear a Dallas Cowboy hat.
Oh, my guy. I know he's an undercover fan.
I did the bet. Now this is what he wanted. But I bet him because I'm confident in my team. Now I will say this to you. You are alive with your team. That's probably why he introduced me to you. You know what I'm saying? And I was wondering how you introduced me to a brother I can't get a hold of for a whole 30 days.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that for a second. Hey, Reggie, look, we got to set some ground rules. One time, you called me about 11 something at fucking night. I got a thigh on my leg, and then I got, I got some hair hanging down my chest and stuff. So I don't do no calls after 9 o'clock. Real talk though, I have my phone set on do not disturb at 9.
Okay. I got you.
So that's what that was. So but after that, I just been working, man. And then I had surgery and all that.
I understand that. I understand it. But I got that. I won't do that no more. But listen to this. Here's one thing, and ask Mike Warren. It ain't even including you. But when it come to Pittsburgh and Dallas, I tell a nigga in a minute. I'll scream my name and bleep that out. I tell a brother in a minute. Once you sign the dotted line with me, it all comes with it. It all comes with it. And that's what I be telling. That's what I be telling people. If you talk about Pittsburgh and your team, I'm messing with you 24/7 when I feel like it. Because I feel like, you shouldn't have did it. This is what you sign up for.
Just shoot a text,
Reggie.
Just shoot a text. Just shoot a text. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can still do it. Just shoot the text.
That's cool. But that was under your reception. I give you that. But other people, they don't say that. But I tell them that. I give them my rules before we go through it. Every time, like the other day, a prime example. I'm talking to another guy about the Cleveland Browns, somebody in the background, which is a Cowboy fan. And I told him, I said, hey, man, your friend, I ain't even talking to him, but he's talking about my team, and I don't even know him. Let him know. He's sure he's ready. He's like, all right, blah, blah. Man, it's a route. Gotta get him. That's just how it is.
Hey, Reggie, where your Steelers hat on
look,
today,
hey,
dog?
look,
Well, you got your shirt on. I see your shirt. Okay, I see.
Yeah, he. Hey, look, Reggie turns to the cable guy when you put your name on a dotted line.
Yeah,
That's
you
right.
all include. Hey, look, they're like the typical. Don't read the disclaimer or nothing at the bottom of his message. You just sign all in.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's what you better do.
Yeah, yeah.
But anyway, my game, Mike.
Yeah.
Like
Go
I
ahead.
said, we'll take the loss, but I ain't worried about it. Get that loss on out of the way and go on and get these wins in.
No. Talk about how you lost. I don't want to hear that shit because you should have lost the first game. So who did you play the first game? Who did you play the first game?
We'll come back. We'll come
who
back.
did you play the first
second
game?
half, we always come.
Hey, Reggie, we got to be fair and balanced like Fox News. So
Reggie,
you got to talk about that first game and then the game that just happened this weekend.
Okay.
Who did you play?
I just told you, we're a second-hand team. We're a
Who did you
second-hand
play?
team. I wasn't worried. Don't you
Bills.
get it.
They played the Bills. They played the Bills.
Was gonna come back. Everybody was talking. You even said it, man. The Bills, man. When we was on the road in New York, it's hard to win in New York. But I wasn't worried about it because Big Ben, we're a second-hand team. I'm telling you, we played good.
Hold on.
The last
Big
four
Ben,
quarters.
Big Ben wasn't the reason why y'all won that first game. Let's get that clear. Stop saying Big Ben. You need to start thinking about another quarterback.
The defense won the game, but Ben had part of
it.
But he was a part of it.
Hey, y'all play him again, right?
Man, put some respect on Ben's name. Ben is a Hall of Famer.
He might be a Hall of Famer, but he's trash now, man.
He's terrible, and he's gonna make himself look bad. It's like basketball, right? It's like basketball. I love, Adrian Dantley.
Yeah.
Y'all know anything about Adrian Dantley? He played too long in the league. Adrian, a lot of people that play ball don't understand Adrian Dantley game. Adrian Dantley game Adrian was probably one of the best offensive players that ever played the game. But a lot of people don't know because he played too long. Yeah. Ben is playing too long, and he's gonna screw himself up. He need to go, brother. He throw the ball like I throw the ball now out there on the field. He can't even make an accurate pass. First pass of the game yesterday should have been picked off.
But guess what?
You there, Reggie?
Yeah, you're gonna have to get off that Boost Mobile, Reggie.
They talk about me. So till Dak gets some rings on his finger, he can't say nothing. Period. What you play the game for? Hey, Phillip, what do you play the game for? What do you play for?
To win.
Hey, Reggie, you breaking up, man.
Hey, tell Reggie he can't be using that cricket Boost Mobile.
Hey, we'll make some rings. They're like, get you another ring to pass us up. You need 2 more rings. So listen.
Hey, Reggie, how many do Ben got?
2.
He got 2.
He got 2. Oh, the first one it was honorary. I think he was just so happened to be the quarterback.
Yeah, he was never the Super Bowl MVP.
How many Super Bowl? How many Reggie, that's a great point, Mike. That's a great point.
It is a great point, but I'm gonna get with you too, Mike.
Hold on. So that is good. How many Super Bowl quarterbacks don't have an MVP? I don't want to hear Hostetler because he was a backup from the start, and even Doug Williams got a Super Bowl MVP, dog. Doug Williams, dog.
But it don't matter. He's still Big Ben. How many people are still playing at that age?
You sound like not too many. That's why he need to go. But look, hey Mike, well, we said it a lot in basketball.
Yeah.
Even Kurt Rambis got a lot of fucking rings.
Oh yeah. He played to the 90s, didn't he?
Kurt Rambis got a lot of rings.
At the end of the day, we got 2 Super Bowl rings and 3 Super Bowl periods. Now,
wait, Reggie.
Hold on, hey Phillip, we got to talk about the host now.
Hey, but real quick, Reggie, you guys haven't been to the Super Bowl in 3,879 days and counting.
And the Cowboys ain't been in a decade. We beat your team when y'all went. How about that?
But we've been since what? When the last time y'all been to the Super Bowl?
How many rings did she have?
When the last time y'all been to the Super Bowl? We've been in it more recent than you guys have, right?
Exactly. But you need to keep getting in them to pass me up. Now, Mike.
But you guys aren't gonna get no more rings because you know why? You guys don't want to pay nobody. Y'all
Look,
barely
I
wanted
don't
to pay.
see nothing Seattle on it. His team won yesterday. He gets on the panel. He's the host. And I don't see no
What does that have to
green
do with
and blue.
anything? What
His
does that
team
have to
didn't
do with
win.
the Steelers?
His team didn't win.
What does that have to do with the Steelers not going to the
That's
Super
what
Bowl
I'm
this
saying.
year?
He don't never wear Seattle.
Hey.
He said he had a head on one time.
Hey, the fact still remains that the Steelers are not going to the Super Bowl.
All right, we'll see.
Seattle go before the
you
Steelers.
said this last year.
We'll see.
Hey, we'll see them
Seattle,
sitting at home.
All
know
right,
Seattle.
right now, let's talk about the other people's team that won. Now,
Yeah.
me and Mike, me and Phillip, we going to who else? The Ravens and the Browns. Who always on our panel? The Eagles and the Browns. Who else? The Jags. The guys that always get on the panel. We got to talk about that team.
But you know what? We're not even going to talk about that, man. We're not going to deflect. We talking about the Steelers right now.
Well, let's talk about them.
You made, okay, let's go back. You made 4 videos straight dogging out everybody.
The Cowboys.
The Cowboys. Yeah, the Cowboys.
And I talk about the people. I talk about everybody I don't like.
But Reggie, what you got to
tell
me, Reggie?
Who won?
You haven't told me yet. How did y'all lose last night?
I just told you. The Raiders they got our number for some reason.
But what okay, so look, I'm gonna give you some preseason talk that you shared with me. God dang it. That you shared with me. You shared with me in the preseason. You said you got the number 1 running back in the game, you got the best quarterback in the game.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at you don't have currently today, you don't have 100-yard rusher, you don't have 100-yard receiver, you don't have 1 300-yard passer. You don't even have. Do y'all have? Well, yeah, y'all got a couple turnovers.
Phil. Hey, before he answers that though, he got them rings though.
You got that?
You got the ring. You got the ring. Hey, but you know what?
Hey, but you know what? The Steelers, they kind of remind me of Eddie King. Remember the nights like this, I wish?
Eddie King Jr.
They always talking about what they did 2 decades ago.
Back in the past. Yeah.
Yeah.
That shit that shit.
And like I tell y'all.
Nights like this, I wish.
Like I told y'all, new don't always mean good.
But look. But Reggie,
that.
look, Reggie, like I was 100% with you. I said our team sucked over the last couple of years. And I said we suck because we lost our quarterback, we lost our receiver the year before that. You know, we didn't have our complete team in the last 2-3 years, right? So I'm saying, and even like right now, after the first game, we done lost DeMarcus Lawrence, broke his foot. You know, we got to move our best runs.
How about taking your bye week?
But this is what I'm trying to tell you. You want to nothing that the Pittsburgh Steelers got fucked up right now. Like everything about your offense is horrible. Like you gotta
go further than y'all.
Yeah, but you will when you bench Ben. If you don't bench Ben, y'all ain't gonna win.
Cause I know Ben will come back. He'll regain.
Who you play next week?
Been doing it for years.
Who you play next week?
We play the Cincinnati Bengals. Bengals.
Now, back in the day, that was a guaranteed win, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it still is with me. I told you, it's always a win for me every week.
Yeah.
Hey, man, Pittsburgh.
Hey, man, I tell you what we can do. Let's bet $2 a game on every game. How about that every week?
No, Reggie, because we're going to come in. I don't want you to break even at the end, and then, like, when we go bet.
You go, all right, cool.
I ain't betting you with it. Like, when you play Cleveland, I'm going to bet you.
Oh, well, we can go on and write it up now. Don't matter.
Okay.
We can make the bets right now. And let you know, I don't even worry about no injuries if they happen. We still bet.
When you play Baltimore, I'm going to bet you.
That's a bet.
When you play Buffalo again, I'm going to bet you.
That's a bet.
Because you know you won't win.
Hey, Reggie, on a serious note, what do you see any improvements you guys have to make as a team?
We just need, all we need to do is let Mike Tomlin give them that pep talk and they get in there and do what they need to do and come out fine like they always do. We the Pittsburgh Steelers. Remember that. We are the Pittsburgh Steelers, folks. Remember that. You see what last year we went 11-0. That wasn't no fluke. We win 11-0 because we a good team.
Hey man, you sound like New England Patriots going what 17-1?
Hey man,
and they don't win the
1988.
championship.
Hey man,
But Reggie,
and see, here's another thing. Here's another thing, Mike. I done made a new rule book.
Yeah.
Anybody who talks about their team to you about what they doing this and say something about Reggie Fresh is still get that butt on the panel or don't say nothing. Because all that texting ain't gonna cut it. I want to see your face. I want to see if you got confidence in you. I need you up here to all these Dallas fans texting. It ain't gonna work no more. Emojis.
Hey Reggie,
we ain't gonna do that.
You're
the only Cowboy fan I see that does this.
Hey, Reggie. Hey, Tomlin gave y'all a pep talk last year, and I was telling Mike one before you came on board because I don't want you to be surprised about it when you go back and look at the tape. I was telling him that he gave them a pep talk last year, rehashing the book, The Tortoise in the Hare, right? So I'm wondering what pep talk he got to give him this time because y'all started out real fast, and then you set your ass down at the house.
It's private.
He gonna give him that little Giants pep talk.
Hey, the Dallas Cowboys is an accident ready to happen. And you already got your cigar just like Stephen A. So you know the deal. That's why you got the cigar.
Let me share this with you. Mike one.
Yeah.
And Reggie know this, right? Like right now, if all three of us take off running, right? And I win, right? And I'm standing at the finish line when you get there, right? Who always gonna be the winner? Me. You could come in second, you come in third. Yeah, you cross the line, but I'm the winner. Now, Pittsburgh Steelers, who had 5 championships first?
Okay.
Who had it first?
So y'all have 5. Okay, all right, cool.
So we was already standing there when you arrived.
All right, now you sure you done
when
with that
you arrived.
question? So you done with that? Okay.
Yeah, I'm finna and then one more piece to it.
All right.
And then you pass the torch to the little peon and you tell them go seek another. Like Kobe told Giannis, go get an MVP. I mean, go get a MVP and a championship, right? So we told little Ben, go get your championship, buddy. And then he went out and he got one.
Okay.
He got one after that. All right.
You good with that answer?
And last thing. How many years was Ben in the league when he won his first championship?
Ben was a rookie almost 2 years.
2 years?
2 years. BB?
Okay, 2 years?
Like, so you hear that, right?
Yeah.
So it arguably wasn't even his team. Like, he fell in on that team.
Well, that's why you got back.
So that's why I give him one.
What do you say to that, Reggie?
Oh, rewind the tape, me dog.
You breaking up,
Reggie
bro?
Yeah, you got that. Tell me,
so
have to start.
Double y'all. So how about that? We was the first person to head 4 Super Bowl.
You was the first to have 4? That's what he said?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
How about that?
How many of y'all won back-to-back, Reggie?
And guess who it was against?
How many of y'all won back-to-back?
Twice. 2 times.
When 2 times you won back-to-back?
In 79 and 78.
And when was the other one?
I just said it was 2 times.
Oh, I thought you meant like y'all did back-to-back twice.
Multiple times, yeah.
No, like we did do it back-to-back, but it don't matter. At the end of the day, we got 6 rings. Until you, Brother Phillips, until you get 7 rings, you can talk about them rings. We the king of rings right now, and New England don't care because they cheat a lot. But we got y'all.
Wait. Hey, Reggie, we got to be fair and balanced like Fox News.
No, ain't nobody fretting about New England cheat. Tom Brady cheated every Super Bowl starting with the Raiders. Can't give that to him.
Hey, I plead the 5th.
All right, then. Okay, cool. Hey, fella, look, look, Mike won. The phone is about ready to die, man.
Okay, cool, man.
But I'm glad to find Brother Philip. Brother Philip, welcome back.
I appreciate it,
I love your dead presidents. So whenever you want to make some more bets, come and holler at MC Reggie Fresh.
I got you, Reggie. I will make sure we do that, all right?
All right, then, man. Y'all take it easy. And anybody else, Mike, you remember what I said?
Yeah.
If they got any trash talk, go live. If they can't do that, don't even knock on the door. Ain't even got nothing to talk to you about.
Now, Reggie, y'all will lose to Cincinnati next week.
But you don't want to bet that, though, do you?
Because you should win, but you'll lose because you ain't got no quarterback now.
What you saying? Did you say, are we going to win or not?
Who we play?
I don't know who y'all play. I just keep up with my team.
Well, I do it the other way. I focus on my enemy.
Well, I tell you what we do. Let's bet on your game and I bet on my game.
That's why I'm trying to see who we playing. Okay, that's a bet.
Y'all probably playing somebody weak.
That's a bet. No, I just said it before I look it up. That's a bet.
All right, cool.
All right, Reggie.
Hey,
Talk
Reggie.
to you soon.
Yep.
What is it? Oh, we got the Eagles. We got a good one. So Reggie, look. It's 20 on both now.
Yeah, that's right. 20 on both.
All right.
At a bet. It's sealed in. It's sealed right there, brother. Hey, good to see you, man. I'm glad you're feeling better.
Likewise, I appreciate it, man.
All right.
Good seeing
Yes,
you as
sir.
well.
Talk to you later.
We'll catch up.
All right.
So, Phil, final thoughts on the Steelers.
Hey, man, they got a good young core out there on the defensive side of the team, and they got some pretty good young guys on the offense. However, we know the root cause.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they need a young quarterback. They need somebody that's playing the game in this era right now that's going to help them win. And if you can't get them Claypool the ball, you can't get Schuster the ball. Like, how many times did Schuster get the ball last night? It was crazy, right? You can't get them the ball. Those are species. They young. They hungry. I think Schuster in his contract year. So if you can't get them the ball, you're going to have problems. So I think the root cause is Big Ben. If he can't figure it out, if he can't, get his quarterback play up the par, they ain't going to win too many of them. But they got a shot. They the Steelers. The Steelers, they always got a chance. So I just don't think they're going to beat us.
Your final thoughts are more, I guess, grounded in humbleness than your counterpart would have given the Dallas Cowboys.
Absolutely. So, I'm going to give him the benefit of a doubt.
Definitely. So there you have it, folks. The Rocket City Network. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And we out. Yep.
One.